Hey everybody, it is Kate with Crate Insider, and on this week's edition of Top 5 Tuesday, I've got some fun products to share with you. But before we kick things off, I want to talk about Race Logic. Now that I mentioned it last week, but I want to talk about it this week because now the video editing is done and the classes are available and up on the website. You can find those over at racelogic.vip. And over there, hey, you could buy just the 2025 classes if that's what you wanted. We did a stock car class. We went out to Oregon for that one with a stock car class, or we went to Georgia and we have a Crate late model class down there. But what's an even better buy is to get the bundles. And it really blew my mind when I was putting those bundles together is that we've done now 4 Crate late model classes, and we've done 9 classes that are either like a hobby stock, a street stock, a stock car. We've done 9 of those in that bundle. So it's really packs in a lot of value. And you might think, well, hey, is there still something that's relevant from 2021 if I've got a Crate late model? I mean, things change. And hey, you're right that things change, but not so much, especially when it comes to setup. And what I've really learned, I've now, clearly that's 13 classes that I recorded. I've been to the classes live before that. But what I've learned is that each class really takes on its own flavor. And a lot of that depends on the questions that are asked. It depends on the instructors, because there are different instructors, throughout. You'll see a thread of some of the same ones, but then other positions kind of switch out a little bit. So there's just a different focus with each and every class. And so I'm sure that with each of them, you could stand to learn something. I know I always learn something new every time I go. So definitely recommend that. I just wanted to throw that out. So racelogic.vip, head on over there. It's totally separate from Crate Insider. I just want you guys to know that it exists out there. And it's that's the type of knowledge that's going to put your racing program ahead. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in and talk about our top 5 products this week. So one product I wanted to feature today is our Race Fan. And when I say one product, it's actually kind of a whole collection of products. So when we first started selling Race Fans, then it really started off, we had this hub right here. And we had 19-inch blades. Now, when I say 19-inch blades, what I mean is that these are blades that once you put them onto the hub, that they're going to form a 19-inch fan. So here I'm just kind of showing a 2-blade version of that. But then the phone started ringing, and Ken at Race Fan Grand Prix Engineering has been great to work with. So the next thing I was like, hey Ken, guys are asking for like smaller fan blades. So then the next thing that happened was Ken made us some 17-inch blades. Well, blades for a 17-inch. And if you're going to have blades for a 17-inch, you might as well have blades for a 15-inch. So that means that we can have fans that are 15 inches, 17, or 19, and they're all based on this center hub right here. Well, in the meantime, also, with Race Fan working alongside Jones Racing Products, then some of the production went to Jones for helping out with these fans, and so they wanted to bring in like the orange here, and you can see this orange, it actually has room for 3 blades, and they've always been big proponents of having a 3-blade fan. So if you just love the color orange, you can have a 3-blade version right here, and that's going to be those 15, 17s, or 19s. Now we take it to a whole nother level, because there are folks that want to have even more tuning other than that. So Jones developed these 2 fan blade hubs, excuse me. They're just a little bit smaller, and because of that, the difference is now we can have a 3-blade or a 4-blade, and these now move to even numbers. So we can have a 14-inch, a 16-inch, or an 18-inch fan. So we're using all of these different combinations of materials, and we can really tune this to exactly the conditions. So when you start off the year, and you've got these like 60-degree days, and it's a little bit cooler, hey, maybe you don't need as much fan. It also depends, of course, on the fuel that you're using. But as we get hotter and hotter throughout the summer, then you might find yourself with like a 4-blade 19-inch fan, which is very, very typical. But if you can ever run like a two blade, the whole point is you've got all of this variety that you can work from, and we carry all of these components here. Now, a lot of the questions that I receive often are like, which fan should I use? And it's gotten so much tougher, and especially because all I can really tell you is you want to use the smallest diameter fan with the least number of blades that you possibly can use while still keeping your car cool. And that is one thing about these. They really do a fantastic job of moving some air, but the right amount, because you don't want to take too much horsepower from your engine, especially in a crate application. So I hope this overview helps you. If you have any questions, drop them into the comments, and I'm happy to do a follow-up video on that as well. So one product I wanted to highlight this week is going to be our Dirt Late model steering wheel from MPI. So I figured this is kind of like a little bit of a mini unboxing here, just so you can see what it comes with. So we've got the steering wheel, and then we've got this cover right here. What's really great about this steering wheel is this piece of tape. I mean, it's nice. This has got a great grip on it. You can see that it's a dished wheel. It's 15 inches. But what's really great about this tape is a couple of different reasons. One of them is that when you put your steering wheel on, if you know that when your steering wheel is up and down, and especially if you've got it lined up, this is a little trick I learned at Race Logic, is that centerpiece of your where you put your steering wheel, if you've got an up and down line that's right there, and then that's what's matching up with your tape line, then that's one way. If you know that that's what your wheels are straight ahead, and that line is straight up and down, and your tape line matches up with it, then you know you're putting your steering wheel on in the right place. But also the other piece of it is that if there's anything like really wonky and out of alignment, let's say your wheels are turned, but it still says that they're straight up and down, then you know you got a problem you need to take a look at, something that the steering wheel itself is probably not going to solve. But this also is super helpful too. Maybe you've got a camera, in-car camera, whether it's a GoPro or whatever, and you can use this as a reference point. Watching where your hands are really helps you with learning, to continue to improve your driving. So this MPI steering wheel available in our online store. All right, another very special product here is our Track and Recover GPS tracker. Hey, I hope you've never had anything in your life stolen from you. But if you have, especially if you have, and that would be something security is a little bit of a concern, the Track and Recover is a great thing to use, especially on your racing trailers. And the reason I say that is because, hey, if somebody takes off with your racing trailer, what are you gonna do? Call up and say, oh wow, my white trailer's gone? Just count someday. Just go down the freeway and count how many white trailers you see. The recovery rate of any of those white trailers, I don't actually have any official statistics on, but it's not very good. Now, what's cool about this tracker is that it has a long time of a battery. I mean, the battery's gonna last for literal years. And this is set up so that when your item moves, it's going to send a text message to you. So let's say too, hey, your situation, whatever your situation is, whether your trailer is in your backyard or maybe it's at your business, if you all of a sudden get a notification at 2 o'clock in the morning, like your trailer moved, that can happen. I've seen this happen, especially in stormy conditions. Hey, then I can go take a look at my cameras. Is my trailer still there? Because if it's not, then I also know that I have a hotline that I could get this tracked down. And so now when I'm calling the tracking, the actual official tracking, or I'm calling the officers, they can actually follow it from county to county to county in order to track down my stuff and make sure that I get it back. So that is some peace of mind right there, that there's, I don't know, we've spent a lot more money on insurance that doesn't actually make sure that we're going to get our stuff back. So the Track and Recover, definitely one of my favorite products around here, something that I use myself. I would definitely recommend it, and this is one of our hot products for Top 5 Tuesday. All right, another product to highlight is from our MD3, so it's our 5-star, and I just thought this was such a smart product. It's our air filter shield, so you can take this, it's just a cap, and especially like you're at the racetrack, maybe there's a couple of raindrops, or you just want to kind of keep the dust away, and you can just like, look at that, you just put this over the top, and you've got just a nice little shield. So I love it. I thought it was really cool. As soon as I saw it, I had to have them, and now I have a whole shelf full of them, and you could have, well, I mean, you probably don't want a whole shelf full of them, but you can have one for your car too. So we've got these in stock. I think it's a great product, and the feedback that I've heard from customers so far, they've just really enjoyed it. It just seems like such an obvious product. After you see it, you're like, oh, well, of course we have that. So love that, and the 5-star MD3 air filter shield. All right, so now I want to just kind of highlight a fun product that we have in here, and that's our little signs. Because when I started Top 5 Tuesday years ago, and especially when I started doing it live, I used to have like a little sign behind me. So I ended up picking up some signs, and now they have Crate Insider on them. And you can see we use them a little bit around our shop here. You can, you know, like, oh, flat air filter bases. And so that's something else that you can pick up from our store. And it comes with the letters. It even comes with, here you've got the sign, you've got batteries. You could even plug it in if you wanted to, because you can light it. And it comes with a pack of letters, so you can, you know, whether you want to just put your name or, you know, whatever. So they're just kind of something kind of fun that we just wanted to add. You know, it's a good way to just add a little smile to your day. So you can pick up one of our Crate Insider signs, and that's just fun over here on CrateInsider.com. So there we have it. There are 5 products that we wanted to highlight for this week for Top 5 Tuesday. You can find all of these on our online store, CrateInsider.com. If you have any questions, feel free to, you know, drop them into the comments wherever you're seeing this video, and hit that like and subscribe, especially over on YouTube. Really helps us with the algorithm. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.